I want you to think about someone who knew you before any of this, before the momentum, before the clarity, before you started moving with purpose. They were there when you were trying to figure it out, when the money was short, when the doubt was loud, when you didn't have much to offer except your realness. And they stayed, not because of what you were building, but because of who you were. Now, think about where they are today. If you have a moment, walk with me for a minute. There's something nobody really prepares you for when you start to grow. We always hear about the people who leave when things get hard. That story gets told a lot. But what about the ones who were there for the hard part and then quietly disappeared when things started going right? That's a different kind of loss because you don't see it coming. You think the struggle is a test, but sometimes success is too. Some people are built for your winter. They know how to sit with you in the cold. They show up when you need something to hold on to. But when the season changes, something shifts. The conversations get shorter. The energy feels different. What used to feel natural starts to feel forced. And you're left wondering, did I do something wrong? I've been in that space before. No argument, no fallout, just distance. A slow fade from someone I never expected to lose. And what stayed with me wasn't just absence. It was a realization that I was easier to love when I was struggling, when I needed more, when I was uncertain, when I was still becoming. But the moment I started stepping into who I was becoming, the dynamic changed. And that's a hard truth to sit with because you can't force someone to celebrate what they were comfortable watching you chase. Some people love the version of you that needs them. And when you outgrow needing, they don't know where they fit anymore. That's not always intentional. Sometimes it's just human. Loyalty isn't just about who shows up when things are hard. Real loyalty shows up for all of it. The struggle and the success, the uncertainty and the arrival. If someone could sit with you in the dark but couldn't celebrate you in the light, that wasn't unconditional. That was comfort, their comfort. And there's nothing wrong with being someone's comfort, but you have to know the difference between someone who's with you and someone who's just comfortable around you. One grows with you, the other stays the same. Calls that loyalty. But let's be honest, before we focus on who left, we need to look at ourselves too. Have we taken the right people for granted? The ones who didn't leave, the ones who adjusted, the ones who kept showing up, even when we got distant. Because growth has a way of making you locked in. Not selfish, just focused. But people feel that. The missed calls, the I'll hit you back, that turns into days, the plans that never happen. We can't spend all our energy missing the ones who faded if we're slowly fading on the ones who stayed. So what do we actually do with this? First, pay attention to your circle, not with paranoia, with honesty. Ask yourself, are these people here for me or for the moment I'm in? Second, protect the ones who've been consistent, and I mean intentionally. A real check-in, a real conversation, not a reaction, and not a reply, not a quick reply. Presence. And third, let go of the idea everyone who was with you in one season is meant to go with you to the next. Some people are part of chapters, not the whole story. Hey, that doesn't make what you had any less real. What that means, you kept growing. At the end of the day, when everything gets quiet, no noise, no distractions, just you and your thoughts, you're gonna want people around you who actually know you. Not your image, not your best moments, not what you show the world, you. And just as important, you need to be someone who knows how to show up for them too. Not a crowd, not attention, not validation. Real connection, real consistent mutual connection. So ask yourself this tonight. Who's really there? Not who used to be there, not who says they are, but who's actually showing up. And more importantly, are you doing the same?
I brought flowers, brought vinyl, brought my whole heart to your door. You received it all and still said I wasn't giving more. I asked you straight up, where's your proof of showing up? You gave me vague and called it love. I called your bluff, said I wasn't appreciative, nah.